So I'm making this video for words of encouragement. Anyone in CDL school, CDL training, or you might be getting ready to go to CDL school or CDL training, this video is just for words of encouragement. Now, YouTube is about opinions and perspective. This is my only opinion and my perspective. What I'll say is, there's a lot of things that you will learn in CDL school and CDL training, and at times it can definitely feel overwhelming. What I want to say is, I think there's only a few things important about CDL school that you should mainly focus on. And just giving a little background about myself, I recently acquired my CDL, like recently within the last couple months. I've been driving for a couple months now, and I went to a terrible CDL school. I pretty much didn't learn anything. The CDL school I went to, it was like a fast-paced course. It was only like a week and some change, almost 2 weeks basically, like a week and a half. And I didn't really learn anything. Like, I literally didn't learn anything in CDL school. Somehow I managed to pass the CDL test because I did a lot of studying outside of just training at CDL school. I was on YouTube, reading articles, watching videos, reading books. I ordered books off of Amazon. I was really just trying to learn as much as I can because I knew I was at a disadvantage by going to the school that I went to. It was $2,000. Looking back, it wasn't a great decision. If I could do it over again, I probably would have definitely went to a better CDL training or a CDL school. But it's life. Hindsight is 2020. You move forward, you make better decisions. I've been driving for a couple months now. I actually been out on the road for 2 months straight. My driver manager called me today and told me last month I drove over 12,000 miles. It was some type of bonus that I'm getting because I drove so many miles in a month, whatever. But it had me reflecting, or basically made me reflect back to when I first started driving and how far it then came. Basically, with my CDL school, it was trash. I didn't really learn anything. It was a lot of people in class, and it was just a terrible experience. I didn't really learn anything in school. The good thing that was beneficial for me is that I came to the company that I'm with now, and they had a 4-week training program if you haven't had your CDL for 1 year. So once I got my CDL, by the grace of God, I passed my CDL test. I got my CDL. And when I was looking for companies, I was really looking for companies that had good trainings because I didn't want to go straight into just driving trucks because I knew I needed much more experience behind the wheel and I needed to learn a lot. So the company I'm with, they have a 4-week training program that you get on a truck and you basically team drive with the trainer. Not really team driving because my trainer didn't drive at all. He basically sat in the front seat and watched me drive literally all day, every day. And it was super annoying at the time, but looking back, it was one of the best things for me. And I had to drive through snow, which I'm from Florida, so driving through snow was the first time I did that. Having my trainer with me for 4 weeks, it was one of the best things that ever happened to me because I was able to learn so much. I'm not against good training because I believe good training can be beneficial. My perspective and my opinion is, if you're in CDL school or CDL training, don't stress about it too much because it's a lot to take in, and trying to remember all that stuff and take it on the road, more than likely it's not gonna happen, just being honest with you. It's a couple things that you need to focus on, but I feel like the most important thing to try to remember or just practice on and really really stick with is backing. So backing and parking, if you ask me, is the most important thing about CDL school. Everything else, pre-trip, getting comfortable driving, keeping the truck in the road, there's a lot of important things. I feel like those pretty much are the important things. Keeping your truck straight in your lane, driving safe, doing your pre-trip, understanding your equipment. A lot of those things come in time. And I'm not just someone speaking on YouTube, just capping or just pulling stuff out the sky, just saying stuff. I'm really living this like every day. Like, I came from a trash school and now I'm out here on the road really running it up, being safe. I haven't had any incidents, accidents, knock on wood. I've been really just doing my thing, and thinking back from where I came from, bro, it was a long road. But like I said, the training and the work I put in outside of just the training that I got, doing a lot of stuff on my own, I feel like it really played a major part in my journey and my growth. Like, just solely being focused on being a better truck driver. For like 2-3 months, I wasn't even on YouTube. I was literally every day 24/7 watching videos, reading books, reading articles, just doing everything possible in my for me, humanly possible, to make sure I can become a better truck driver. And I learned a bunch of things that every day I'm still learning. But to see where I'm at now, to see the type of money I'm making, to see how good I'm driving every day, to see how safe I'm driving every day. I'm picking them up and putting them down. I'm picking these loads up, dropping these loads off. I'm staying safe on the road, and I'm keeping it pushing. So again, backing is the most important thing to me about CDL school. Learning how to alley dock, learning how to do 90 degrees. Offset is cool, but to be honest, I don't really offset too much out here on the road. Sometimes you move into a space and they actually move over to another space, so I guess you can consider that offsetting. But to be honest, the most important thing I feel like is just basically alley docking, because when you go into these shippers and receivers, I'll say 90% of the time you're gonna be doing a 45 or an alley dock, and sometimes a 90 here and there. But man, focus on backing and parking that tractor and trailer. Learning how that trailer moves and react, just trying to become one with the trailer, that'll be your best bet. And that's what I would recommend. So I would say that's my most important advice I can give you. Man, trying to remember all that stuff they're gonna teach you in CDL school, bro, it's so much stuff. And looking back, half of that stuff, just being honest, I don't remember. There's core basic principles and basic things you need to do every day to make sure your truck is running, your pre-trip, making sure your truck is in good shape, checking your tires. Like, there's stuff, you have a checklist that you do every day, and those things are important. Other than that, you just want to worry about keeping yourself safe, keeping your truck safe, picking these loads up, dropping these loads off, and most importantly, man, backing into these docks. You're gonna be going to shippers, receivers, truck stops. You wanna make sure you know how to back that trailer up, how that trailer moves, how that trailer reacts. And again, I'm not no professional by any stretch of the means, but when I first got to where I'm at now, bro, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even understand how the trailer really worked. Looking back on that to how far it came now, it's so much progress, bro. I'm pulling up to shippers, receivers, truck stops, rest areas. I'm whipping that truck in there, I'm backing that thing up. I might not do it on one shot or the first shot, but someone, my trainer, and my shout out to my brother, I still call him my trainer. He's one of the he's been one of the biggest blessings to me. My brother been driving trucks for 5 years, and he's my little brother. Anytime I've been in a sticky situation, I always called him. He always gave me so much game. So shout out to Ave, Foolish Jet. That boy like my mentor, my trainer on the road. And one thing that boy always told me that stick with me, he said, bruh, a good back is when you back your tractor and your trailer up and you safely do it, you don't hit nothing. So when you back that truck up and you get it into that hole, or you get it into that spot, or you get it to where you're trying to get it into, if you didn't hit anything, it was a good back. It don't matter how long it took you, it don't matter how much people was watching you. If you took that truck from point A and backed it to point B, bro, you did a good job. Only time you have a bad back is when you test something up. You hit something, you bang something, that's when you did a bad back. You always want to get out and look, goal of course. That's just my personal opinion, man, my perspective. Don't stress out too much about CDL school. Don't try to remember everything, because, bro, I feel like it's so hard to remember all that stuff. You cramming all that information in at one time. You already nervous about what you're getting into. So I just say take it easy, have faith in yourself, and just remember, bro, most of that stuff you learning in CDL school, CDL training, once you get on the road, you probably not gonna remember it, and you might not need it, just depending on who you are. But something that you will need and something you should focus on is just backing that trailer up, parking it in a hole, parking it where you want it to go, learning and understanding the maneuvers of how the trailer moves or reacts to where when you turn that steering wheel. Understanding that trailer and how it moves, you basically want to become one with that trailer. Man, I was studying trailer so hard. I'm talking about I was studying it down to the basic and core principles, like really understanding at a core level why the trailer does certain things when I do certain things. And if you can do that, bro, you're gonna be okay, bro, and you're gonna be ahead. So that's my advice, man. That's my game for y'all, my personal opinion. Your boy Anthony Ways back with another video. Catch y'all on the next one. Let's go.